Hello everyone, my name is Shadow, and I'll be your entertainer this evening. We're going to be playing Inua, A Story in Ice and Time, which is a point-and-click adventure, which apparently follows 3 different stories across 3 different points in time. It's supposed to be pretty interesting, so let's hop in and get started. It's supposed to be set in sort of the Canadian area of the world. Kind of hoping there's going to be a bit of folklore playing into it as well. We'll see. That looks challenging, to say the least. Oh dear. Oh, hello there. Photographer, are we? And if you couldn't tell already, this is also a very stylistic game. It's part of why I was drawn to it. I wanted to play this one.
Was explained to me through the story of Roanoke, the colossal bear. No paws, teeth, nor others' patience measured to its own. It walked the earth for many seasons, growing until the land was too small for its comfort.
I love when a game lets you do something like that. Oh, hello.
David, it's me. I didn't wake you, did I?
I'll be honest, I was not expecting there to be voice acting.
No, I'm up. Just fixing myself a coffee. So where are you now?
I just reached the Parks Canada research ship. Freezing my ass off waiting for Dr. Gervais to come show me around the boat. It's minus 15 here, more like minus 20 with the wind chilling.
Yeah, I didn't send you there to report the weather, Tana. Did you get a chance to read over the documents I sent?
So I'm guessing that's probably going to be in Celsius since we're in Canada, so in Fahrenheit that's probably about 0 Fahrenheit. It's about 2 Fahrenheit for every Celsius. So minus 15, considering 0 Celsius is about 30 Fahrenheit. About 0 Fahrenheit. To about -10.
Yes, sir. Got it all in my backpack in case I need a quick refresher. But as of 4 a.m. this morning, I'm a full-fledged expert on the Franklin expedition. Ready to turn it all into a great story. So long as I don't pass out in the middle of the interview.
Damn it, Tana. I thought I told you to get a good night's rest.
That was the plan, until my connecting flight was delayed for 8 hours. But at least it gave me plenty of time to get my mind off that weird dream.
Can you please just focus for a couple of days? I don't want to regret giving you this opportunity.
Uh-oh. Sounds like someone needs to finish his coffee. Well, can't stand around all day chit-chatting, David. Some of us have work to do.
Who's the old bastard? He's right, though. This is a great opportunity. Might as well get to work.
Hello? Hello? I have an appointment with Mr. Gervais. Alan?
Great start. Can't hear me over all the fuss. Explore the surroundings and find tokens. Ooh. Article. Interact with a character to enter their mind. Ooh. Hello. Hope I say this right. Taina Hippolyta? I think I know that word from... Actually, I think I recognize it from Greek mythology. Hippolyta, I think, is a character in Greek mythology. Article. Tokens are ideas you can instill in a mind to interact with the world. Maybe I should take one last look at my notes. Might help to get my facts straight for my story. April 22nd at 7:30. Appointment with Alan Gervais. Parks Canada. Location, Parks Canada Research Ship. Mission HMS Terror, Terror Bay. From Montreal to Cambridge. 3,159 kilometers, 2 stops, 43 hours to get there. Fun. Franklin expedition left England in 1845. 2 ships, Erebus and Terror. Both state-of-the-art vessels for the time. 134 experienced sailors aboard. 1850. Last time anyone saw the boats. Since then, 40 corpses discovered. 90 still missing. Poisoning? Question mark. First tombs found on Beachy Island. Ships found in Cambridge Bay. What really happened to the Franklin expedition? What happened to the rest of the crew? That's what I'm here to find out. Okay? How about you? Sammy Isola. This journalist has her head up her ass. She's barely spoken to me. It's like I'm invisible. Her loss. Who does she think suggested looking here in the first place? If I hadn't spotted that mast in the ice last winter, they'd still be combing the seafloor 100 kilometers north of here, back where they found the Erebus. But yeah, sure. Talk to the colonat scientist. What could you possibly learn from some Inuit kid? So then... Nah, I can't tell her she needs to talk to the kid. Alan Gervais. Wait, weren't we expecting a visit from that journalist today? Talia, something like that? Can't say I'm too keen on the idea. But the communication department seems to think it's a good PR for Parks Canada. Speak of the devil.
Oh, so you're the journalist. How long were you planning on loitering outside? You want to freeze to death or come aboard?
Funny guy. Should try to make a good impression.
You must be Alan Gervais. I'm Tina Hippolyte.
Tina. And it's Hippolyte, not Hippolyte. Okay, different pronunciation. Tina Hippolyte. Got it.
Taina, I can't wait to catch up, but my hands are full right now. Why don't you take a look around, try not to touch anything, and we'll get acquainted later, yes?
I just wanted to ask if you...
Fantastic.
Well, he's helpful. I think that was a good impression. Maybe bring the kid along? I guess not. Good publicity for Parks Canada, they said. That's if she manages to ride anything at all. We'll be lucky if she doesn't throw up from seasickness. Then again, if she does, at least we'll have a good laugh. I don't like him. Interesting. Oh, we can see more of the boat. Okay. Other people. Maggie Noren. Here comes that journalist. Okay, Maggie, try not to say anything stupid.
Now, what's a nice ship like the HMS Terror doing in a place like this?
You know, we're not completely surprised by where it ended up. We knew the Terra had been stuck in the ice with the Erebus about 100 kilometers north of here.
I read about that. That's where things really started to go wrong for the Franklin expedition, right?
Right, and since the Erebus was found further south in 2014, we figured the Terra would be somewhere between those 2 points. Still, it was a stroke of luck that anyone found it at all, and in such good condition.
It must be so exciting. Imagine all the things we could learn from this.
We won't have to imagine for much longer. Hey, are you gonna use any of that in your piece?
Probably. How about you? Jeffrey Therian. Oh man, the journalist is coming over. If I play my cards right, maybe I can get a mention of this piece of hers.
Hi, I'm Tana from The Discoverer. Mind if I ask a few questions? I understand you've made some interesting discoveries.
Interesting would be an understatement. This stuff is groundbreaking. Where do I even begin?
I think what our readers really want to know is whether we're any closer to finding out what happened to the Terror and her crew.
We've still got a lot of work to do to figure that out. Work, Jeffrey. You remember the concept?
Sorry, no time to chat, but have a look at what we already pulled out today. Might be interesting.
Might be. Oh! It's barrels. Nope, nothing in the barrels. Oh, sort of stuff in the barrels. I like that they make noises. What's Sammy think? I don't see the point of collecting all these old cans, but I guess that's why I drive the Zodiac. Okay. Remember an old story the elders used to tell? About 2 hunters who found the wreckage of Erebus before it sank and went in to explore. Down in the belly of the boat, they came across a grinning giant, standing there completely still in the dark. Later we figured out it was probably the frozen corpse of one of the crew, and the grin would have been due to scurvy. Oof. Hopefully the fish ate the bodies a long time ago. I don't need to see any of that. The discovery of the Terror is a landmark moment in the history of Canada. Franklin expedition is the stuff of legend here. We learn about the search for the Northwest Passage in school. A few years ago, the then Prime Minister Stephen Harper launched an expedition to locate the wrecks. They didn't just want to unravel the mystery of what happened to the crew. They also wanted to assert Canadian sovereignty in the area. I want to find the truth behind the myth. Time to find out what was on the menu aboard the Terror.
These tin cans are really well preserved.
We found them on a shelf in the pantry. I wouldn't crack one open, though.
I mean, yeah, they probably smell bad.
Let me guess, they've expired?
Worse, they may have been tainted with lead from a faulty sealing process.
Ah, yes, I think I've read about that. You think that might have been what killed the crew?
Not necessarily. From our preliminary tests, the levels of lead in the crew's bones are consistent with those of other sailors at the time. Back then, your average Brit was exposed to higher levels of lead than we are today. The joys of living through the Industrial Revolution, I guess.
We'll have a toxicological analysis completed in the coming months. Then we'll know for sure.
Interesting. What about you? What do you think? They ate nothing but canned food, had no entertainment, lived lives of constant suffering. No doubt about it. Seafarers have Maggie rant about being an archaeological student? Seafarers of the 19th century lived like grad students. Oh, I see. I got a glimpse of the officers' quarters while we were in the submarine. Maps, scientific instruments, not to mention the captain's office, all perfectly preserved. Ooh. The one thing I really want to get my hands on is the ship's logbook. I've learned so much about those final days aboard the Terror. The divers have looked, but they can't find it anywhere. Maybe someone beat us to it? I mean, a book underwater is not gonna be in good shape at this point. How about you? What do you think? I'm a little hungry, but not that hungry. Ugh. Yeah, no. Desperate times, I guess. The divers have been given the signal. The search basket must be full. Maggie hasn't noticed yet. This could be my chance to look good in front of Alan.
Maggie, what are you waiting for? Activate the winch.
Huh? Oh, okay, I'll do it right away.
But what? No excuses. Come on, wake up. We've all got a job to do.
It's just that last time I checked, you were on winch duty.
Oof. Damn it.
Fine, I'm on it. Better than standing here all day arguing about who's supposed to do what anyway.
Well, isn't this a friendly work environment? Hold on, there was a... Ah. Got it. Oh. It's not an actual thing. Okay. Could have sworn it was her turn. Made a damn fool out of myself. That's not how I'm gonna get my postdoctorate. I'm pretty sure studying would help with that. Anything we find aboard the Terror may offer clues as to what happened on our last voyage. Including food, I guess. The more I think about it, the more I'm amazed by what we found. The wreck of the Terror is in near perfect condition. I bet the thing would float if we could bring it to the surface. If we keep on at this rate, we'll soon understand what really happened to the Franklin expedition. Okay, he doesn't have a voice line. That leaves us with Tina. Judging by the racket, it sounds like they've hauled stuff up from the wreckage. I hope they find something while I'm on board. That would really help my story. Okay. Oh, I see. Gotta grab the remains from a different angle. So what do you think, Alan? Ever since Cynthia entered the switchcraft phase, I feel like I'm surrounded by skulls. I guess he's got a kid. Jesus, it sounds just like my dad. What about the kid? You got a problem with skulls? It's not easy to make the dead talk. Who knows what happened aboard that ship? Eh, probably nothing good. Even after all these expeditions, I still get creeped out when we find human remains. Oh yeah, it's, kind of human nature to not want to be around dead people. So that means you might be dead. Or might get dead. Halloween's come early this year. It is pretty close to Halloween at the moment. Like 2 months, I think. And what does Tina think? Wow, skulls! I got here just in time.
Are those the crew? It's been a long time since anyone found human remains from the Franklin expedition. This must be a landmark discovery, Dr. Gervais. Just 87 more and you'll have the full set.
Indeed, it's quite the breakthrough, but as is often the case with these discoveries, these remains pose more questions than answers. Why would so many of these men have remained on the ship? They could have risked it and tried to reach the continent on foot. Instead, they just waited here to die.
The expedition's not over yet. Maybe you'll find your answers.
Maybe, or maybe we'll never know.
Reckon we'll probably be the ones finding answers. Ooh. You can navigate freely between arrows in order to unfold the story.
Lieutenant, a decision must be made, and made quickly if we are to have any chance of surviving.
Mr. Woodruff, might I remind you that I am the last remaining officer on board? I, and I alone, will make the decisions about the crew on this ship.
There are barely 30 of us left. The summer ahead looks to be as cold as the last. Sir, we must abandon the Terror.
Abandon the Terror? Nonsense! You would be well advised to hold your tongue on such matters.
Sir, I beg you, please. Listen to me before it's too late. If we leave now, I'm sure we can still...
The only thing you can be sure of, Woodruff, is that your next word on this will be your last.
That fool, he's risking our lives. Hasn't got what it takes to be in command. The men still follow him all the same. Is it fear? Loyalty? Or just blind obedience? I have to find something to convince them to leave the ship with me. Should I tell them about my dream? No, they'd never believe me. I'm not sure I believe myself. It has to be something else. Interesting. Oh, so I can jump back and forth like that. And I can't use any of the futures tokens for them. We could load up those lifeboats as much as we could carry, and drag them south. Food, provisions, items to trade with the Inuit. We might meet along the way. It would be hard work, but I don't see an alternative. The Terror was a bomb ship, much like the Erebus, repurposed for Arctic exploration. She survived the War of 1812, expeditions to the Arctic and Antarctic too. Can't say I've had such a distinguished career, and yet here we both are. Henry Clark. If the lieutenant says we stay here, I suppose he knows best. It's hardly like I have a better plan. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. With thee I will I destroy kingdoms. I always found it easier to memorize the parts about fighting. Wonder why that is. Reuben. If there was a way off the ship, we would have taken it already. Besides, what would we even do out there? How would we survive? How would we find our way? We wouldn't make it far without help. Who's going to help us? The lieutenant has us exercising the guns every morning, even after everything that's happened. He says it's good for discipline, but it feels more ridiculous with each passing day. Incredible, Lieutenant. You even managed to maintain the lifeboats during this whole ordeal. I was merely acting according to the principles instilled in me during my training, Admiral. I assume you already met my daughter? I've yet to have the pleasure. Enchanté, ma... Ugh. We are the boys that fear no noise, whilst thundering cannons roar, boom, boom.
Campbell! Campbell, you worthless layabout! Aye, sir? What's the status of the cannon? In full working order, sir.
At least I think it is.
Yes, capital. Keep up the good work, lad. We'll make a sailor of you yet.
Why does that matter? You're not going anywhere. It's not useful for anything. Oh, hey, there's more people here. And dead people. William Lockett. What do you think, William? Months ago, a few men left the ship to try and leave a message in a cairn nearby. God knows how far they got. We never even heard of them again. All this military might, the most advanced ship in Her Majesty's Navy. But what good are all those guns out here? Wonder whether the lieutenant has listed the names of the dead in his logbook. Certainly spent enough time in his cabin. Typical. Here we are freezing to death and that bastard has his own private room. He's even got a window. Not that there's much of a view right now. And you have more to say on death? It's close to Stanley and good sir. Proud Scotsman was good sir. Loved to tease me for being Welsh, but always in good humor. Taught me the basics of medicine, but with them gone, I am the crew's physician by default. Me of all men. If only Mother could see me now. Huh. There's little I can do to ward against cold, fatigue, and malnutrition, but I have to try. You got this, William. I mean, you don't. We know you died, but... yeah. Lifeboats. Huh. Some good those'll do us now. They'd be better used as firewood. I mean, you could practically burn the whole boat at that point. Be surprised if those cannons could even fire after so long in the cold. And yet, Gore has us running them out every morning. For what? What's he expecting to fight out here? Seals? Polar bears? I refuse to die here. I long to see Scotland again. I must return home. Ellie, my love, Morda, my treasure. Nothing will keep me from seeing you again. I'll do whatever it takes to get home. Ooh. Be free. This is Lieutenant Graham Gore, last surviving officer aboard HMS Terror. Though our situation is dire, I have full confidence in the Admiralty. I am certain that as I write this, a recovery operation is underway. Probably not. They probably don't know you're in danger. As such, it is my duty to ensure that the Terror is ready for inspection when we are rescued. Years at sea with only these wretched, illiterate seamen for company. The conversation is hardly stimulating. Better to spend my time in my quarters finding solace in one of the many volumes from the ship's well-stocked library. I must read the latest Dickens before these Philistines use it for kindling. Ugh. Mr. Dickens, I hope this letter finds you well. I myself remain icebound in the Northwest Territories. I require your assistance in persuading famed Arctic explorer Sir James Clark Ross to lead a rescue expedition. Sadly, I have never met Sir James. I am, however, well acquainted with his cousin Albert. Do you know him? Stripped her for all she's worth. What? Dude went insane. Ah, cannot close the window for him. Only let the cold in. do you guys think of these insane ramblings? Perhaps one day someone will be able to catalog all the errors that brought us to this point. That's assuming the officers have been recording all their decisions. Nope. Those officers with their endless meetings, big dinners, comfy cabins, writing in their logbooks. And look where that got us. Good riddance, if you ask me. If they had all gone insane like that? Yeah. Alright. Hello again, Simon. Dozens of us have died already, and we'll join them if we continue to do nothing. These men are prisoners of the old world, haven't the stomach to question authority. How many more of us must we lose before they listen to reason? No, if anyone else has to die, it should be the bastard that keeps us prisoners here. I'd rather convince him, but I'll do whatever it takes to get off this boat. Oh dear. Boar was in his cabin again. What keeps him so occupied in there? His men need leadership, but they're not ready to challenge Boar's authority. I need to find an argument to convince them to leave the Terror with me. I could somehow prove Boar is the wrong man to lead us. I don't even know what's going on in the head of his. Maybe young Reuben can help. Boar treats him as his lackey, but I know the lad trusts me. We'll have to bury those poor bastards as best we can. Who's going to bury us? If only I could read, find some comfort in the Bible the pastor gave me before I left home. These heathens have been burning the prayer books we were given when we left England. All because the lieutenant won't sacrifice his precious library. Don't forget his beloved logbook. No, he'd never even let us touch that. Goodness. Yeah, no, at this point, you kind of have to give up the library. There's other copies of those books. They'll survive. I would never have become the lieutenant's aide-de-camp if Smith hadn't died. Some promotion that was. Spends most of his days locked in his cabin, always muttering to himself and scrawling in the logbook of his. Maybe I should tell someone what I saw this morning. Or maybe that would be more trouble than it's worth. I have to say something. Woodruff will know what to do.
Mr. Woodruff, I need to speak with you about something I saw in Lieutenant Gore's cabin. I saw him writing in his logbook again this morning, but he seemed distressed. I was curious, so I took a look. My reading ain't so good, but...
Pretty sure you can recognize insane ramblings.
But it was nonsense, sir. The mindless ramblings of a madman, as far as I could tell. I'm worried he's beginning to crack under the pressure.
I see. You've done the right thing coming to me, lad.
What Reuben says is true, then the men need to know. Holy. I swear I went through most of these with him already. There's no way off this boat, not unless they go through me. Rather, dude. My writings will exonerate me in the eyes of the Admiralty. They couldn't understand the burden, what it takes to lead the youngest officer on board. Erebus, deep darkness, a mausoleum. There was a mausoleum by the end. Cold, disease, starvation. Not for me, no. That hull, so thick, yet shattered by the ice. No choice but to leave. Had to sail away aboard the Terror. Who will pay? Who will pay the price for abandoning the Erebus? can save the Terror and all who sail in her. Raids in the name of Lieutenant Graham Gore. I'm not sure I want to make him think about rebellion.
What do you have to say for yourself, Lieutenant?
Say for myself? I do not answer to you, Clark. I do not answer to any of you. Don't you see? I'm trying to help you. But you would rather follow Woodruff into an icy grave.
This ship is lost, Lieutenant. No one is coming for us.
Oh dear.
But it's not too late. Come south with us. There is still a chance, but we must act now.
I am still the commanding officer, Woodruff. And you're still a dirty, illiterate sailor. I say again, nobody will leave this ship.
Dude's very full of himself. Woodruff sounds like he has a plan. At the very least, to beat sitting here and waiting to die. Yep. Hope to God this doesn't end in bloodshed. Oh, it probably will. Never even fired this pistol before. How am I going to fare in a firefight? Gore has to be stopped. He's out of his mind. I understand him wanting to prove himself. He's not that much older than I am. But even I am old enough to know I don't want to freeze to death here.
We are going to leave this ship.
Oh.
And we're going to live to tell the tale.
Oh, the thoughts I'm putting in people's minds are making decisions now.
Mr. Woodruff will show us the way. I'm sure of it.
I had a peek at Gore's feverish scrawling in this strange script. I may not be able to read, but I know the devil's work when I see it. Woodruff's an odd fellow, but he has something about him. Maybe there's a way out of this after all. If he won't listen to reason, perhaps he'll listen to force. God help this poor bugger. There's no choice left to make. This man will lead us all to hell.
Give it up, Lieutenant. From now on, we'll put our faith in the Lord, not you.
Guess let's check on these two. Gore's gone mad? I'll admit it wouldn't be the first time I'd seen it happen at sea. There's even a chance we could make it home. We have to take it. I'd risk everything to see my family one more time. I hope I don't have to fire this pistol. I haven't so much as winged a bird since we've been out here. I wonder if we could leave without... I'm starting to think, what if I just didn't bring up firepower at all? That madman, he'll condemn us all to an icy grave. Oh, you've got everything to talk about. In these conditions, the soul is tested as much as the body. It's not a test many of us have passed. The logbook is nothing but the ravings of a madman. If only there were some way to help the poor soul. I've heard talk of doctors removing parts of the brain with cases like this, but I doubt I have the skills for such a procedure. I'd rather take my chances out there than watch another man wither away on this cursed ship. We'll know that we tried at least. Pray to God I don't have to treat a gunshot wound. I'd hardly know where to start. Yeah, sorry about that. I may have incited something. There's only one thing that my past experiences have taught me. It's that survival is a matter of will. Gore's been crushed under the pressure. It's hard to blame him. But if we continue to follow his orders, we'll surely die here. Don't resist, Lieutenant. It's better this way. Just double check. Got everything here. Then there's one more person to talk to. It's worse than I thought. Page after page of this drivel, on and on. Letters never sent, poems, drawings. Can't let him hold us back any longer.
Listen up, lads. You two, Gore. The lieutenant here is under the impression that we're about to be rescued. I'm sad to say I don't share his optimism.
Enough of your insubordination, Woodruff. I'll have you lashed if you say another word.
Lashed? Who'll be doing the lashing, Lieutenant? The Admiralty? Maybe one of your famous friends can help you.
What?
It's all here in the logbook, lads. The poor bugger's gone mad. He's gonna get us all killed.
These men are still loyal to me, Woodruff.
No, they're
Still
not.
loyal to the crown.
Perhaps we should let the men answer for themselves, sir.
And maybe you should notice that two of them are pointing guns at you. They're starting to believe me. They're starting to believe there's a way out of this. Maybe there was some truth in that dream I had. With the last remaining officers dead, we outnumber Gore. But only if I can get them all on my side. They're all with me now. I have no choice but to end this.
All right, Gore. It's over. The men are with me. And we're getting off this godforsaken ship.
Scoundrels! Fools! He'll lead you to your graves, crucifixes by the shore, a pile of rocks atop your bones.
It's not too late, Lieutenant. You can still come with us.
You stole an officer's property, and then tricked these men with your lies about my writings. How could you understand? How could you possibly understand?
You're not thinking clearly, Lieutenant.
And why should these men trust a lowly wretch like you? Why? When you left England, you could barely write your own name.
Listen, you daft bastard. You're not in charge anymore. You can come with us, or you can freeze to death here.
You're leading these men to their deaths, Woodruff. And I'll spill your blood before any of you leave this ship.
Dude really is into his own ego, isn't he?
Keep your hands clean, Lieutenant.
Have Simon Woodruff organize a successful mutiny. Whew. And back we go. Hello, Dana. What do you have to say about the remains? Wow, creepy skull. I got here just in time.
It's been a long time since anyone recovered human remains from the Franklin expedition.
Oh, I wonder if that had turned out differently. Would we have seen, like, bullet holes in some of the skulls?
So this is a pretty big find, right?
I guess.
Ignore him. He's just trying to seem cool in front of the big shot reporter.
No, seriously, what more can we learn from a skull? I'm more interested in tools, personal effects.
But it looks like this one died of something other than lead poisoning and frostbite. See? The skull is fractured.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Oh, one of them does. One of them does have a gunshot. I wonder if that's the lieutenant. And he's got a metal tooth. Interesting. Who knows, maybe this guy still has a story to tell. The tooth looks different from the others. It's that of filling. Not exactly cheap back then. That rules us out being a simple sailor. Punctured clean through. Can't imagine this would be anything other than a bullet. Poor guy was executed. There's little doubt about that.
What kind of sailor had a filling back in 1845?
Who told you could touch that?
My guess would be an officer with a bullet in the forehead. Seems like close range. The whole thing sounds like mutiny to me.
Nice. Okay, so the stuff that we do, like in the other stories, affects what we find on the boat. That's fun. What do you think, Sammy? The conditions these men faced, fatigue, starvation, and cold, it's no wonder they revolted. Yeah, especially when their officer wasn't letting them leave the boat. When they got in that boat, they were full of hope. But when that hope faded, what was left? A lot of cold. Mutiny, eh? Not a bad idea. Beats blowing smoke up Alan's vessel day. We could find something to explain what happened on the Terror, what caused their loss. I would really put my name out there in the scientific community, dude. And the rest of the crew, of course. Some parallels going on here. If I'm right about the mutiny, this could be a hell of a story. David might be impressed for once. It has to be rock solid before anything goes to print. Maybe Gervais can confirm it?
So, Alan, what do you think about my mutiny theory?
Ha, I think you've been watching too much TV.
Damn it.
No, there are plenty of explanations for what might have happened here.
Goddamn son of a... Years of hard work and she's about to steal my discovery. And if the press come out with this before the Prime Minister, that'll ruin everything. Better get her off the ship before she ruins my career.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have plenty of work to get on with. We can't let you fondle any more skulls for the moment.
Wait, but I thought...
We'll have What's-His-Face take you back to shore on the Zodiac.
His name's Sammy.
I'm sure you're eager to get a cup of hot coffee, but let's catch up tomorrow at base camp, yes? Fantastic. Off you go.
So much for a good first impression. This guy's shutting me out already. What's David going to say if I can't even get on the research ship? Well, now where are we going? Oh. Back in time. So I guess they found help?
Nanooluk foresaw tomorrow through the stories based on the patterns of nature. Floating in the cold ocean, Nanooluk told its imagination to Qilak, the sky. Qilak listened in silence as they both stared far across distance and time.
Chapter 2, I guess.
You heard me right, David. Mutiny.
Well, I gotta hand it to you, kid. This is big. The Franklin expedition is one of Canada's founding myths, but this could change everything we know about those last days on board the Terror. You have to keep snooping around, Dana. The story depends on it.
Yeah, about that. Gervais kind of gave me the old heave-ho. I'm heading back to shore now.
What? Oh, no. You're kidding me, right? Oh, you can't give up on a scoop like that. You're gonna have to... And you...
Oh dear.
Oh, you can't give up on a scoop like that. You're gonna have to... And you...
Oh dear indeed. David, you're breaking up. Signal's really bad and...
Bad day?
That would be an understatement. My editor is expecting Pulitzer-winning material. But I think I just burned my only contact. On top of that, I'm freezing cold and this boat ride is making me want to hurl.
Sounds like you got things pretty rough.
You can say that again.
Wow, you call those problems? Think, Tina. I have to find a way to save this article, whatever the cost. Okay, take it easy. Breathe. That's better. Now, all you have to do Just come up with an idea so good that it single-handedly saves your article and career. Easy enough. Piece of cake. Hi, Sammy. Probably shouldn't distract you from your boat driving. Hi, Tina. What's in the box, Sammy? No one touches the crates. Alan was clear about that. He's clearly suspicious of this journalist. That would usually make her okay in my books. But I don't know. Something about her. Wait, are those? They're from the archaeological ship. I need to find out what's in them.
Hey, could I take a look at what's in there? I'll be quick. Scout's honor.
Scout's honor.
Huh? No way.
What, seriously? How much damage could one girl do?
A lot.
You could cost me my job. That's enough damage for you?
My last shred of hope could be in those boxes. I need to convince the guy to let me see what's inside. How do I put this?
Look, I have some money my editor set aside.
Bribery.
That's flattering, miss, but my, charms are not for sale.
Wait, no, that's not what I meant.
Oh, I know exactly what you meant. But you can't buy me off, although seeing you squirm is kind of priceless.
Nice one, Tina. Guess I'll have to find something else. Maybe he'd respond well to a moment in the limelight.
Hey, you know the Discoverer, right? The magazine I work for? It's one of the biggest publications in the country. Circulation over 500,000.
You don't say?
When this article hits the stands, it's gonna make waves. How would you like a chance to ride them?
I'm not sure I follow.
I'm saying, why should Gervais get all the credit? How about this? The unsung heroes of archaeological research. Tell your side of the story. We can even get a nice shot of you in there too.
Oh yeah? My mother would be over the moon.
Really? Well, in that case, all I'd need is...
The box.
If she wasn't half blind from diabetes. But hey, maybe I could read it to her on a 3-hour snowmobile ride to the nearest hospital. Sorry, hotshot. Can't say I care about fame. Besides, who cares what people like me have to say?
What do you mean?
You see many Inuit on the news? You have many Inuit interviews lined up for your piece?
Well,
Yeah, I thought not. I know at least 3 elders who'd heard about the great European ships caught in the ice. They knew exactly where the Erebus was, but nobody listened. Guys like Gervais would rather poke around for decades than ask for help.
Damn.
They would have found the terror a long time ago if they had taken their heads out of their asses.
Sounds like exactly why he needs to be part of the article, then. If I want this guy to let me snoop around, I have to convince him that he has something to gain, too. Maybe there's something about what he said about the Inuit. I might have an opening here.
you know, you and I are actually on the same side.
Oh yeah? Me and the big shot journalist?
Why do you think Alan threw me off the boat? It's because I was getting too close to the truth.
Okay.
I'm serious. I want the world to know what really happened to the Franklin expedition. Not some colonial myth. I want the truth. The ugly truth. And I don't care who I piss off to get there. If the Inuit have a place in history, I can help you reclaim it.
Jeez, who the hell does she think she is?
So what do you say?
You know, thinking about it, my snowmobile could do with some repairs. If your offer from before is still good, and you promise to stop talking about the truth for the rest of the ride back, I'll let you open one box.
For real?
One box.
You won't regret it. Sammy, right?
Cash only. No checks, okay?
Alright, time to see what's in those boxes. That we pretty much got very illegally. But hey. Oh, it's a symbol. Mostly just driftwood. Some moss growing on it. Maybe algae. It's been underwater, probably algae. What's the point of keeping a pile of rotten old planks? Historical architecture? Bunch of old planks. I'm not gonna save my article with a few bits of old wood. Has to be more to this.
Come on, lads. Keep moving. Unless you want to freeze on the spot.
Amanda, can I ask you a question?
You promised to stop with all this commander nonsense. Ask away.
I was wondering, how did you know that the Inuit were coming?
It's not easy to explain, William. Suluk appeared to me in a dream. I knew he'd come to help us.
Psh, poppycock. What's to say these savages won't eat us in our sleep?
Rude.
I prefer cellmate. More taste.
Damn, forgot this one knows some English. Wonder where you picked it up.
Don't worry. With our supplies and Kumak's hunting skills, we don't need to eat each other to survive. We must learn how to live alongside one another. Who knows, Henry? We may come to appreciate our new companions.
You appreciate them all you like, sir. I choose to remain on guard till I'm back in England.
You're all under a lot of pressure, but we can't let that... We can't go on that way or things could turn sour. What can I do to make them appreciate each other? It's not just something you can command. Hell. HMS Terror. The wind. It is very windy. Oh, nope, let's keep the lights on. Let's see. What do you think of the wind? So look, I feel your presence in the wind and snow, but I'm not certain of where this path will take us. This object comes from the Roanoke boat. If they remained on that ship, all of them would be dead by now, Simon Woodruff included. Since we started, we've had the wind at our back. It's pure luck, even though it freezes us to the bone. Perhaps it pushes us onwards as we journey through this unknown land. All those things we took from the Terror, it's like we can't quite let go of our old lives. The past weighs us down like an anchor. We must break free from it if we wish to move forward. I engraved my name on the Terror's hull. I hope that's the last time I write it. The Simon Woodruff who left the port of Greenfith 4 years ago is gone. I want to become someone else. I have to. The survival of our group depends on it. I wonder if one of those planks has his name then? What do you think, William? I wonder what Reuben was thinking taking this off the Terror. Metal could be valuable for trading, but it doesn't make dragging boats any easier. That was Reuben's idea. The wind is hell, cold, merciless hell. I would give anything for the warmth of a roaring fireplace. Even a campfire would suffice. Where's Reuben? Right here. What's up with the bell? I had to decide what might be of value aboard the Terror. Wish I picked something lighter. The bell seems to fascinate the Inuit, though. Especially the hunter. Kamak, I think his name is. That'll be good to have, then, for trading. My god, this wind. I've seen heavier weather at sea, but here it's different. It whips across the ice floe, lashing us with shards of hail. Are we ever going to get out of this white hell? Oh dear. Maybe don't ask Reuben about the wind in the future. What? Hello. The white people's boats are full of strange objects. We discussed the subject with the Kalunat, right? What's the purpose of this? If I've understood correctly, it's a kind of musical instrument. I wonder if the Kalunat use it for their rituals.
What even is this language?
Show some respect, Henry.
Respect?
I mean, they're helping you pull your stuff, so you know. The bell. Henry will be thrilled. Probably reminds him of his dear church. Maybe hell isn't fire and brimstone. Maybe it's like this, cold and white as far as the eye can see. Perhaps I'm already dead. Yeah, listen to me. You sound as miserable as old Henry. What do you think of the language? They're not plotting against us. Ugh. Henry, what do you think of the bell? How did we end up burned with this old thing? Sounds like Reuben wanted it. The wind makes this blasted toothache worse with every gust. I think one of my molars is cracked from the cold. Slightest draft feels like 1,000 needles.
William, please. Surely you have something to ease this pain.
Sorry, old boy. There wasn't much left in the infirmary on board.
God wanted us to communicate with these people. We would share a common tongue. Nope. I thought the whole point of the Tower of Babel was we got too big for our britches. Oh, you have something on the wind. To me, the wind is both an enemy and a friend. It is cold and restless, but it brings the songs of nature to my ears. The sounds those white people make are so strange. Yeah. If we are to survive, all of us, we need to communicate with the Kalunat.
Fuma, natak, atuat, naalaktinga. Sunasulok. Allonano, kingo magiyavut. Ikayo kaya katigit to housing at to kisigi alivut.
Sumo, ukausitin ni ilichingaktin nagi.
Some of them are stubborn old bastards, right, Henry?
Popi maluak mata.
Because they're too proud and fat-headed. Yeah.
Takoy na lang ako dito, hoping na lang ako night.
Left alone, they will likely die. Yeah.
Hey, Sulu, ilinimali lang abot.
Very well, we'll do as you say, Suluk. If Suluk wants us to learn the Kalunat's language, there must be a reason for it. What does Simon think? William knows a few words in Inuktitut, but not much. It is a great boon that Suluk speaks English. He told me that a sailor taught him. I find that hard to believe, but I don't have a better explanation. He's greatly respected as a shaman among the Inuit. Perhaps I should be wary of him. What am I saying? Quite the opposite. We need to start trusting each other. Alright, William. I learned a few words from the Inuit I met in Greenland all those years ago. Thanks to what they taught me, I can almost have a proper conversation with Umak or Atwat. Nice. Of course, if they speak too fast, I'm completely lost. So we've got a little bit of conversation that we can have. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm beginning to like their language. Sounds are unusual, but they resonate with me somehow. Oh, there's another boat. Hello. Natar. What do you think of the bell? I'm glad I don't have to pull these boats full of things I have no use for.
Hey, sulivutit.
Thanks for the advice. Do you want to help? I'm too old for this nonsense. Nice. The wind doesn't blow as strong when you know how to move along with it. I do not know if these men will ever be able to learn that. Us learning the language of the Kalunat? I do not see what good that will bring. But if that's what our Angakuk saw in his trance, we should do as he says. Come on. What do you think of the bell? A strange metal object sings when you hit it. Reuben Campbell showed me. I feel like he's willing to get to know us, and the opposite is true too. With mutual trust, we might reach our objective, whatever that is. I do not like the wind blowing at our backs. It carries our scent, and that frightens the game. Yeah, but you're not hunting at the moment. If Suluk thinks it is helpful to learn the language of the Kalunat, I can try. If I can imitate a caribou and a polar fox, why not a Kalunat? Oh, food. Meat. Everyone likes meat. I had prepared dried caribou for a few men, but our group has grown since the Kalunat joined. Oh, so we are gonna have to hunt. But not right now. We have to keep our food if we want to survive. Do not share the caribou with the white people. They would not appreciate it. You never know. Can't believe the things these people eat. Then again, they say John Franklin ate his own shoes to survive in these parts. God rest his souls. Very funny. Probably not the right time for that one. I don't think that stuff is fit. It's just meat. Jeez. But nothing right now. I'll take whatever I can get. There you go. Hi, Atwat. Huh. The face William Lockett made when he tasted the dried caribou. I wonder what he thought of it. William tried some? What's he think? Which one's William? That's you? There he is. The woman, Atwat. She had me taste some of that dried caribou meat, and... well, it wasn't half bad, actually. Better than our tinned meat, anyway. I'd like to get to know them better, especially if we are just 5 together. We'll get there, I'm sure of it. Trust. Heck yeah. The dried meat reminds me of my father's chewing tobacco. Ooh. Can't imagine it tastes much better. Thanks to the Inuit, I feel as if our chances of survival have soared. Definitely. I'm beginning to enjoy their company too, even if I can't understand most of what they say. Makes a change from miserable old sailors anyway. Yeah. I daren't say this in front of my shipmates, but it's a stroke of luck that these Inuit have agreed to help us. Definitely. Their knowledge of these lands greatly outstrips our own. Finding food, protecting us from the cold, knowing where and when to stop. We wouldn't have survived 2 weeks without them. Yeah. Food will be hard to come by out here. We have our canned food, the Inuit have their dried meat. Let's hope that's enough to see us through. I feel we can become closer to the Inuit. If we can learn to respect each other, we could achieve great things together. Yeah. Slowly work through them, starting with the ones that are already favorable. Those animals gave us their meat so we can make this journey. For that I am thankful. Simon trusts me to guide him on our land. I feel connected to him. But he didn't recognize the symbol I carved on the terror's hull. Not yet. Perhaps it was too soon. Curious? I would have never imagined I would one day walk side by side with the Kalunat. These people, this row of boats stretching like a line of seals on the ice, is nothing I have ever experienced before. Sometimes when I play the Keelout, Suluk goes into a trance and draws strange symbols on the ground. I think the one he carved in the terror's hull comes back often. If there's one man who can get us out of this mess, it's Rudra. He thinks we should walk south, we walk south. He'll lead us all home, I believe in him. Ever since that business on the Terror, he's been like a man possessed. William told me about a strange symbol the Inuit leader carved on the Terror's hull. He can carve what he likes on that wretched boat, and it can sink to the bottom of the ocean for all I care. The thing was cursed from the beginning. William sighs. Hey William, what'd you see? I wonder, what was the meaning of that strange sun Suluk carved on the hull of the Terror? Maybe it's something to protect us. We need all the help we can get. What was it, Suluk? Patience, there's a long journey ahead. Really? Just a casual fourth wall break? What do you think, Simon? But now that I think about it...
Tell me, you carved a symbol on the hull of the Terror alongside us. What was it?
That was meant for you, Simon.
It was? I feel like I've seen it before. In a dream, maybe.
Ooh, cross-period tokens.
That is possible. Are you certain?
Well, I've never experienced anything like it. What do you think it means?
It means you must trust me, that I'm your guide on this journey.
My guide? To where? To civilization?
I cannot answer that, Simon. But know this. You are not the first to see this symbol, nor you will be the last.
Curious. Let's finish going through the people. What was that drawing of Suluk's? A wheel? A sunset? Whatever it was, it seemed like he did it for Woodruff's benefit. Okay, Henry. I hate that we're being led around by these people. Been through so much, freezing half to death, surviving off scraps, even killing one of our own, all for what? May the Lord grant Woodruff the strength to guide us. At least he is a good Christian. When Woodruff engraved his name on the terror's hull, Slook imitated him with a symbol. No idea what it meant. Strange, strange people. What about you two? I would like to believe that this encounter will bring us good things, but I do not know if we can trust them. What sign Slook has engraved refers to a legend. A very old legend told from generation to generation. I don't understand what that story has to do with the Color Nuts book, though. The Color Nuts customs are strange to us, but we're not so different. We need food, shelter, community. We're all at nature's mercy. Slook sees things, he knows things, he does things. He always has his reasons. His reasons seem to have to do with affecting the future at the moment. Oh hey! Not the first or the last. What the devil is he talking about? Well, I'm currently dealing with a journalist who has seen it in the future. Speaking of which... Wait, that symbol.
Something bothering you?
Oh, it's nothing. Probably just a coincidence.
Or...
I love coincidences. Care to share?
Well, okay. Follow the line I'm making with my finger. Right here. It might sound crazy, but I think I've seen this before. I don't know, maybe I dreamed it?
Probably.
You dreamt it?
Something like that.
I don't know. I've been having these weird dreams lately. Maybe it's all the coffee I drink. Last night, there was this giant bear and... Why are you asking me this?
I have something that might interest you.
For my article?
For your article and not for your article. It might interest you either way. But you have to be prepared to listen.
That's why I'm here, Sammy. I told you.
Oh, you've told me plenty, but I'm not sure how much you listen. We're arriving at the port. You ever been on a quad before?
Have Sammy take Tina on a road trip. Woo. Oh, that's an interesting reflection. It's got the past expedition going on at the same time. It's actually really cool.
Most animals kill only in proportion to their needs. Others kill out of fear. But this fear causes an illness that festers when not addressed. Nanuruluk understood that the only cure was to make the wrong right.
Well, this is the place. I'm gonna start a fire so we don't freeze to death out here. Hope the ride wasn't too bumpy.
I promise I will never complain about Montreal public transport again.
Come on, it wasn't that bad.
Some people do it for fun.
Okay, maybe it was that bad.
So why do you want to show me this place? What's so special about it?
Remember that symbol you showed me from the Terror? I've heard elders talk about seeing something similar at this Inuksuk.
Not exactly what I'd call a solid lead. But since I can't get back on the research vessel, it'll have to do.
Okay, I guess I can take a look around.
Inuksu. Whoosh. Whoosh. What's an Inuksu? If I remember correctly, there it was. That letter with the symbol the elders told me about. Didn't want to show it to that jerk Alan, but her... I should trust Nuna and show it to her.
Hey, look.
What have you got there?
I found something between the stones of this Inuksuk. Some kind of tin cylinder. It's got a note inside written in English.
Huh. How would the Inuit build an Inuksuk here? Out in the middle of nowhere.
Sammy, do you know what this Inukshuk means?
Not sure really, but whatever it is, it's not a good omen.
What makes you say that?
For the Inuit people, human-shaped Inuksuk sometimes act as a warning. Someone may have died here, or they were murdered. Now their spirit is haunting this place.
Great. Out in the middle of nowhere, the guy who believes in ghosts. Some lead this is. Came all this way. May as well hear him out.
Well, are you gonna show me this letter, or are we just gonna stand around till we freeze to death?
Sure, take a look. See that symbol? Looks kind of like the one from the boat, right?
Yeah. What the? Survivors of the Terror? And they came here with the Inuit? Left HM ship Terror 22 April, having been beset since September 1846. Made our way south. Harsh conditions, men becoming weaker by day, headaches, no game, cursed. Simon Woodruff. And the symbol, it's the same one from the Hold of the Terror, the one I saw in my dream. Who is this Simon Woodruff guy? He was an officer on the Franklin expedition. I would have seen his name before. He sure didn't spell like an officer. My copy editor would have a field day with this. This says something about a curse. These poor saps, they must have been losing their minds. There has to be a logical explanation for all this. And if I was the one to crack it, it would make my career. What were they going through? What were they thinking when they wrote this? Wait, but I'm not done up here. There was more stuff. Oh, it might have just been a different angle for the same thing. Let's see what he thinks of the message. I'm just a messenger. I'm not even sure what the message is. But I had to bring her here. She saw that symbol. Can't just be a coincidence. Okay, so Sammy is sort of like our guide.
Commander?
One moment, William. Let me finish my message. And enough with this commander nonsense. Now, what is it?
Sir, this place is exposed. And with this blizzard coming, shouldn't we think about leaving soon?
Indeed we should. The problem is Suluk. His condition has deteriorated, and he's too weak to walk.
Do not worry about me, Sam. My journey goes more far than here.
I hope so, Suluk, because Suluk? Damn. He's fallen unconscious. William, quickly. There's something wrong.
I'll do my best, Commander, but the Inuit have been showing signs of weakness for some time now.
We all have.
But this is different. It's not just exhaustion, it's... Well, I don't know what it is.
Some doctor you are.
I mean, he wasn't.
I never claimed to be a doctor, you raggedy-assed.
Enough bickering. There has to be a rational explanation.
If there is, we may not have time to look for it. We're freezing out here.
We must find some way to help the Inuit. They're counting on us. Reuben, see if there's anything we can do for them.
Aye, sir.
There's that Inuk ship. And there's the wind. Whoosh. Hello, Atwat. What do you think? Tuluk is a powerful Angakuk. His illness is a bad sign. Even Kamak is sick. He can barely hunt. Usually nothing affects him. Are we being poisoned by the Kalunat? Do they want to kill us?
Seem concerned, Atuat?
I am, Willia. I can hardly see Suluk's Hamanik.
His... Kaumanik?
Hamanik means light.
Hamanak.
I can feel his light weakening. I'm worried about him.
It's interesting. Antar had us build this Inuksuk. He seems to believe this will be Suluk's final resting place. I hope he's mistaken. As soon as their strength began to fail and we stopped, they started building this Inuksuk. Maybe it's one of their rituals. Check themselves against dangers they don't understand? This poor fellow doesn't look well at all.
What do you think, William? You don't buy this talk of curses, do you?
I'm no doctor, Commander.
And I'm no commander, William. But we're making do as best as we can. Come. Speak your mind.
I've spent enough time with doctors to see how the human body can confound men of science. But in the end, there's always an explanation for everything.
Yeah, but sometimes that explanation isn't found until like 200 years later. So it's called magic until then.
Any thoughts?
And curses.
Scurvy, botulism, typhoid, maybe. For now, I have no idea what the disease is. Those medical books we brought from the ship's library could shed some light on the matter.
What do you think, Simon? The structure is foreboding, but at least it can be seen from afar. It could help to attract attention of a rescue mission. Wishful thinking. Or of other, Inuit who might know how to help. We have to face facts. If we can't rouse Suluk, there's little we can do for him. We need to find out what's wrong with him, and fast. If anyone's going to discover what's wrong with Suluk, it has to be William. He's the closest thing we have to a doctor, and he's probably the only one who can make sense of that medical book. What does she think of the book? The Kalunat seem to have their healing rituals written in books, but will they work? The only person who really knew how to heal was Suluk. Can I read that again? Yes, I can. All they survived without him. Not sure. I took this book from Good Sir's library before we left the Terror. I knew it might come in handy. Let's compare this chap's condition to the symptoms listed in the book. His abdomen is neither swollen nor taut. This would rule out typhoid fever. He's clearly suffering. Simple indigestion wouldn't put him in such a state. Cramps could point to dysentery. That isn't the case here. Fingernails normal, no thickening of the skin. If it is scurvy, he displays none of the usual signs. No traces of oedema at the ankles. Strange, that's usually quite common in scurvy patients. Most strange, Suluk's gums are healthy. Most scurvy patients lose their teeth. No fever either. If it was typhoid, he'd be burning up. Undilated pupils, that rules out botulism. But the features of his face are contracted. He suffers from a headache, clearly. Poisoning. Seems like this poor chap was poisoned. Can't see any other explanation.
Well, William, what's your verdict?
We can rule out scurvy, typhoid, or dysentery. The only possible diagnosis left would be some sort of poisoning.
It is a sickness of the unbelievers. It devours them from within.
Damn it, Henry.
Better that we don't risk catching it.
Please, Henry, spare us the sermon.
Where is he? They poisoned themselves somehow. There's nothing we can do for them. Okay, so it wasn't him. To leave them to their fate, they would do the same to us. We're cursed, cursed. The expedition, the crew, even these savages. This god-forsaken land, this hellish wind, those rocks, cursed, and this wretched toothache. Oh Lord, what have I done to deserve this pain? Piling rocks, is that the greatest achievement they're capable of? See our great cathedrals, they wouldn't believe their eyes. I've not been feeling good for weeks. I hope I haven't caught this sickness of theirs. That thing reminds me of the tomb of the Earl of Buchan in Dunkeld Cathedral. An eerie sight to be sure. Of course, around there you can always go to a pub to cheer yourself up. These people are dying. We can't stand around waiting for it to happen. It's cruel, but we have to move on if we're going to survive. Woodruff wants to stay here out of royalty, and he's no better than the cretin Gore on the Terror. Ugh. He seemed to love that dried meat of theirs. Could that be the culprit? If it was, why would they get sick now of all times? No, it has to be something else. Achwat explained to me that some Inukshut are used to bring down game, a bit like scarecrows. But this one I don't know, it's ominous somehow. I don't understand, how can the Inuit be so sick, but we're barely affected? Is it something we've brought upon them? If it is, I could never forgive myself. Oh. It probably is. Stay strong, Achwat. I hope you and your people get better soon. I need to find a way to help you and your people. Something, anything. Maybe with the right equipment, your chances of survival would be higher. Only I have no idea what we have that would be useful to you. Got tins of food. Oh, really old tins of food. I need a third piece of that one. The Kulunat thought they had the medicine to understand Suluk's sickness. But Angak quit like Suluk, face evils that ordinary men cannot comprehend. What has happened to Suluk? What is this evil that devours him? Did a Turnagak seize him? I knew we should have never trusted these Kulunat. It's all their fault. If our Angakuk dies, this Inuksuk will be used to warn all Inuit who pass through here. No one should ignore the place where a great shaman has died. It is likely his Tarnik will stay here haunting this place. What'd I find? equipment. We do have a lot of equipment. If we had someone with real medical training, we could figure out what poisons look. Whatever it is, I just can't shake the feeling that this is all our fault. They've survived in this hostile environment for centuries, thrived, then we show up. Don't need a medical degree to work this one out. If we lose the Inuit, we won't have the manpower to drag our gear any further. One problem at a time, William. I was hoping he would be able to use that stuff. The Kalunat are restless, but they can do nothing against the poison that kills Suluk. Kumak will come back game, although I doubt Suluk has the strength to eat. I don't know what most of the Kalunat's equipment is for, but the boy Reuben showed me how to use the binoculars, and I was amazed. The seal seemed so close, I was certain I could reach out and touch it. I didn't have much hope, but now it's clear we can't be of any help to Suluk and his people. I need to rewrite my message. I'll make it clear that we have been unable to determine the cause of their illness. If by some miracle a rescue mission happens upon this place, it might just buy them some time. Maybe we should give the Inuit some of our possessions to help them if we part ways. That we can buy this illness, but we can afford to be generous. I want to help them, but I don't know how. I should see what the men think. Yeah, that makes sense. They won't be able to move that much equipment anyway. These things are useless as they are heavy, and their food is awful. Oh, please. What about you, Reuben? Can't just abandon their Inuit in the middle of nowhere like this. Has to be some way to improve their chances, if only to ease our own guilt.
Commander, if we have to leave now, I'd like to give a few things to our friends.
You're a fine lad, Reuben. I was thinking along the same lines. What do you propose?
I'm not sure. A lamp could be useful in the dark. Binoculars might help them spot game and plan a route ahead. But with them too weak to hunt right now, I think some of our food would be helpful too.
Commander, I appreciate the help these folks have given us, but that's more than we owe them. We have to think of ourselves right now. We'll need that food if we're to reach the mainland.
We've travelled side by side for months, Josephus. Have you no compassion for your fellow man?
Reuben, do as you see fit. I trust you to help the Inuit without endangering us.
Understood, Commander.
So what does Josephus think, then? Giving away half our sodden gear, madness. That Reuben lad is soft in the head, and what's worse, Rudolph agrees with him. It's cruel, but in times like these you have to look after your own. I just hope we don't regret giving away half our food. Henry? I know our equipment is supposed to be our best asset for survival here, but I'm not sure I'll be able to drag those 2 boats 2 feet further. Exactly. You guys don't really have much choice at the moment. I'm not sure all the Kalunat agree with him, but Reuben Campbell is a generous man.
Thank you for the food, Halukalla, even if it burns my stomach.
I'll admit it's not fine dining, but I hope it helps you and your people, Atuet. I only wish there were more we could do.
I don't know what she means by burning your stomach. Like, has the food gone off, or... That might be why they're not feeling well. It's not much, but I hope these items offer our Inuit friends a greater chance of survival. We've got everything we can do here at the moment. Let's hop over here, I guess. and reread the message.
Well, are you going to show me this letter, or are we just going to stand around till we freeze to death?
Sure, take a look.
Oh, there's a bunch of equipment just laying around here now.
See
There's
that
the
symbol?
binoculars,
Looks
there's the
kind
food
of
and the
like
lantern.
The one from the boat, right?
Okay, the first half is mostly the same. They crossed out cursed. And then met Eskimo crossed out. Inuit who helped us but then fell sick may leave behind but will off for supplies. What, the survivors of the terror and they came here with the Inuit? Sounds like the Inuit were brought down by some kind of illness. What was its source? And why them and not the sailors? Maybe there's a clue in some of the items the sailors left behind. The cans, same type we saw at the boat. And the lantern, very rusty, extremely old. And the binoculars, also very rusty. There's rust on basically all of this. Nice catch. If only Dr. Gervais could see me now. This definitely looks like it could have belonged to the sailors from the Terror. Guess I was right to trust my instincts. I'm gonna save the tin cans, because that's probably a hint. Guessing there's no point trying to light this. Damn, I bet those ass-kissers back on the boat would love to get their hands on these. Ugh, there goes my appetite. And you with the food. These are the same cans we found on the Terror.
If the sailors left cans here, it must have been for a reason.
Maybe they got sick of eating the same old stuff?
Take it from someone who worked freelance. Eating crap is better than starving to death.
Damn, must be tough having a fancy media career. Let's take a closer look.
Didn't one of the scientists say something about canned goods in the 19th century? Maggie, I think.
I don't know. They always make me stay with the Zodiac.
It was the sealing process. The lead they used to seal the cans contaminated the food. European sailors back then would have built up a tolerance for lead.
But for the Inuit, it would have been a hell of a shock to the system. You could be onto something there.
So the sailors' food caused the curse? Hardly surprising. Wouldn't be the first time their solutions caused more harm than good. Yeah. That kind of thing was common in those days. Merchants would take advantage of a large order to offload defective inventory. I wonder how many people paid the price for someone trying to earn a quick buck. Wish I could say things have changed. Yeah, that's something that's rarely gonna change. Luckily, we can give Simon that information now. What if it was the food, the cans, the material they're made of? Game has become so scarce as of late we've been eating more canned goods than usual.
Take a look at these cans for me. Does anything strike you as odd about them?
Let me see. You're right, sir. The lead solder on the cans is damaged. It's turned green. It's flaking. But if it's the canned food, why aren't we sick too? We've been eating it for years.
That's precisely it. We each had a lifetime eating slop on the Navy. Whereas the Inuit who lived off the land. That might explain why it's affected them as it has. We must get rid of these tainted preserves. From now on, we eat only what we hunt.
Remarkable, Commander. You may just have saved Suluk and the Inuit from certain death.
Heck yeah!
Prince, this Inuksuk? Had you lost all hope for me?
We thought you entered the spirit world, so look. But your almanac shines again.
What's so funny?
For us, man-shaped Inuxoid can be a reminder that someone has passed.
And that their soul is present where they died.
It's like waking up finding your friends, but crossing ground above your head.
But you are an Anikatov, Tsuluk. A dead man brought back to life.
If that's so, let's replace this symbol with an Inuksuk that will indicate to our destination.
Angiraktuk. The dead brought back to life. Did I resurrect Tsuluk? Is this my destiny? Is this the meaning of my dream?
Very well. I'll leave a message for the rescue party. Gentlemen, empty one of the boats. Suluk and his people have dragged our sorry arses this far. It's time we return the favor.
So now
Ta-da!
the Inuksuk is different. And the supplies are still here, since they emptied one of the boats. And I'm guessing the message is going to be about where they went.
Well, bravo, I guess.
You ask why I brought you here. I'm trying to show you.
The film reel looks ancient. You sure it's okay to put it up there like that?
What? Like I'm gonna unspool it on the ground? Nah, this way you can see the whole thing.
What whole thing?
The whole story.
Can you stop talking in riddles for 1 minute and tell me what any of this has to do with the terror?
I was building up to that. Jeez, you're ruining the suspense.
Except now she hasn't found any of the notes or anything. We're basically resetting this scene.
Remember when I found that tin cylinder in the Inuksuk? There was a note inside. Here.
What is this, show and tell? Let's get a better look. Borealis. Interesting. Remnants. Borealis with only one half. Ooh. Well, that's cool. And that's the symbol. The Inuksuk to scare people off. Its junk was left untouched for over a century and a half. Congratulations, boys. You created Nunavut's first landfill. Damn. Good, I think the film strip has finally gotten her attention.
Sammy, this film, you said it was from your aunt?
More of a family friend. She gave it to me when I was a kid because I used to love the story it told. The weird thing is, she contacted me a few days ago and asked if I still had it. She said I should keep it with me, that someone would be interested in it. Guess she was talking about you.
But how could she have known?
She knows all kinds of things. She even...
Do you think she might know
Whoops.
anything about the terror?
My bad. I thought that was the end of his voice line. That was the end of the written voice line.
Maybe you could ask her yourself. She lives pretty far away though, a place southeast of here.
How does she feel about visitors?
So long as you like hearing old stories, you'll get on like a house on fire.
Sounds good to me.
There's another reel too, but this one's sealed. I've never been able to get it developed.
Well, I guess I could help with that. It's gonna cost a fortune, but that's what company credit cards are for.
And the message. What's he think? Thought Nona was crazy, but it's all happening just like she said it would. Done what she told me to, anyway. Who knows where this is going? music is so nice. All this abandoned equipment, not in bad condition considering how long it must have been here. Sailors must have had to dump some of their gear for some reason. Whatever it was, it seems like I'm on the right track. Fine, might as well see what all the fuss is about with this film strip. Well, no one's gonna be developing this anytime soon. It's been drawn on with a knife or something. Some kind of story about a bear. And these three silhouettes here. Warriors, maybe? Wait a minute. There's that symbol again. Maybe it's an Inuit thing? Another film case. This one's sealed.
Operation Borealis. What the hell is that?
Hey, don't mess with that. That one's never been opened. I don't even know what's on it.
Maybe David could help. You send him a text. Should get back pretty quick. Let's finish the stuff we already had first. Guess I should take a closer look at this note. Left HM ship Terror 22 April, having been beset since September 1846. Made our way south, harsh conditions, men becoming weaker. By day, headaches, no game, cursed. Okay, so mostly the same. Crossed out, may leave behind but will offer supplies. Cause of sickness, intoxication from lead in cans. We'll hunt from now on, continuing south together. The Inuit got sick, but this Woodruff guy figured out it was because of those tainted cans. Sounds like they all left together, but it doesn't say where they went. Who's this Simon Woodruff? Not one of the officers. Whoever he is, he may have just given me the skip of a lifetime. And wait, is that?
Sammy, it's that symbol again.
See? As soon as you showed it to me, I remembered hearing stories about it showing up here. It didn't mean much at the time, but, well, there it is.
There it is.
Incredible. This is incredible.
I should get reception all the way out here. Must be a satellite phone or something. Or she's just got a really good phone plan. Ah, here's a message from David. Oh wow, he even sent me a picture. Scientific expedition? Looking for a meteorite in the 50s. What's that got to do with anything? Now he's calling. Must be important.
Tina, I got that picture you sent over. Care to tell me what Operation Borealis has to do with the Franklin expedition?
It's a lead I'm following up. It's kind of hard to explain.
Try me.
I may have found evidence of collaboration between survivors of the expedition and an Inuit group.
It looks like they may have headed south after they abandoned the Terror.
So what? I sent you to be there when they brought the ship out of the water.
Think about it, David. No one's ever accounted for all of the crew of the Terror. And we might have found evidence that they had help in surviving.
I suppose there might be a story there, but where were they going?
Anywhere they could survive?
That I don't know, but I think I could find out. I just need a couple of things from you.
What kind of things are we talking?
Company credit card?
First, I have a reel of film I want to send your way. I'd like to have it developed ASAP.
This is all suspiciously reasonable so far.
Also, I need some funds. I was hoping I could use the magazine's credit card.
There it is. All right, how much? And who are you paying it to?
A good journalist never reveals her sources.
Since when are you a good journalist?
Rude. I am the best journalist.
I won't screw up, David. I promise.
Oh, and I'm guessing this is the next chapter. Yep, definitely the next chapter. Alright, well, is an excellent place to stop for today, because we're pretty much out of time. So, for now, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this first part of Inua, A Story in Ice and Time. As always, if you'd like to find any previously uploaded episodes, I do have them all uploaded on my YouTube channel at Shadow Roanoke VT. And if you'd like to catch this live in the future, it will be on twitch.tv/Shadow Roanoke VT. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.